this season, but has missed a couple here in the last couple of minutes, and it's a 12-point game, and Divac returns for Sacramento. Weber out.
You know, Rick Adelman's been getting a lot of heat because he's really only playing 7 guys in this series. And, you know, they say you can't do that. I disagree with that. You play your 7 best guys. If those are the guys you trust, that's who you have to play.
Well, if the disparity between 7 and 8 is so enormous, you're right. You can only play 7. You play 7 and Christie scores. And Garnett is down. Garnett in backcourt. He never got across the line. Garnett, as play continues, very slow in getting up. And a lot of agony, and Peja goes after him. Peja threw 2 left elbows at Garnett.
Well, I'm going to say this. Garnett threw the first one out. Garnett threw an elbow at Peja first, and then Peja responded back at him. Bad play by Garnett first. You know, it's a lot like the Miller thing. Now, I don't think they saw Garnett because the refs were behind Garnett. But not a very smart play. And
the craziest thing of all is, why would you jeopardize a
6-game suspension in a possible 7th game? You can't even getting into anything like this. It's crazy. You can't do it. You can't do it. And you know, emotions.
I've been in fights as a player, but not now.
Let's go back to the genesis here if we can find it.
Very much like the Brad Miller and Martin play. Very much. Okay, that started it. Now when you watch them come back down the floor, see, Garnett threw the first one.
Peja,
watch this.
Peja has been ejected.
There's the hunt. I tell you, I don't know. You know, Garnett throws the first elbow. Peja threw an elbow, but it was to the face.
Yeah.
You know, either you eject both of them or you give them both techs.
And then the fans are throwing stuff, and, you know, it was just like insane. They've got those batons or whatever they were. I assume they were made out of plastic. I hope so.
They're still going to hurt if they hit us.
Yeah. Look at the glow sticks.
Yeah, this is
the Maloof brothers are up there trying to tell the crowd to knock it off. Hoiberg is going to go to the line to shoot a technical foul here. That's how it begins.
That's how it starts.
Play continued at the other end. This is the technical foul that Hoiberg makes to make it a 13-point game. Now we
watch this right here.
After that.
Bam. That's the first one, and that's the retaliation. And I thought you could see the angles of the officials. They couldn't see Garnett. They couldn't see the first one. So, you know, unfortunately, and the fans are seeing it now, the officials didn't see Garnett throw the first punch.
Right.
You know, they were in a tough spot, the officials, because they were blocked out of it, Al. But in my opinion, if you see them both, either both guys have to go or both guys get a tag.
As it turns out, for the moment, we know that Peja has been ejected. And again, on a team with a 7-man rotation, he is one of those 7. You also have Bibby, the guy who plays in front of him, with 4. So Adelman will really be short now.
You can see them getting tangled up here, and Garnett kind of grabs his arm, and that's what leads to that. But, you know, that started it. But the big play was back down on the other end, and that's where they missed it. Watch Garnett throw the elbow right here. After the next shot, you'll see it.
Meanwhile, this is Stojakovic. Normally shoots over 90% from the free throw line, but missing the first. It's a double technical on that end, so he makes 1 out of 2. It's a 14-point.
Now watch this. See, that's the punch, and that's the retaliation. First elbow, bam, back, retaliation. Both are elbows, except for Peja's was above the shoulders, and that's where Peja should be thrown out, because it was above the shoulders.
And Peja does get thrown out, and Rodney Buford, who's played just a couple of minutes in this entire series, comes into the game.
But again, you make the point, Al. We were just talking about the 7-man rotation of the Kings. Mike Bibby has 4 fouls, so he has to sit out. Peeler's out of the game, so he has to sit out. So now they're in a lot of trouble.
And Darius Ngala, a guy who could also come in and help out a little bit, doesn't really match up well against the Timberwolves.
The best part of that was Garnett, after getting hit, was thinking about it and then backed off.
Yeah.
So he caught himself afterwards, but very dangerous move by Garnett on that elbow. He could have easily been thrown out of this game and maybe even suspended for the next game.
Exactly.
And you can't do that in a game like this.
Saunders, the coach of Minnesota, gets to pick the free throw shooter from the Sacramento Kings.
The last two free throws are going to be taken again because Saunders actually gets to pick the King to shoot them after Stojakovic had gone to the free throw line.
You know what? I wouldn't do it. You know why? Because Stojakovic missed one.
He missed one. I'm thinking the same thing. He gets to pick anybody. So he picks Jabari Smith, who averaged 2 points a game, and of LSU, and let's see if he makes one or two.
He's already tied.
He's already tied.
I would have said that's okay. We'll take it.
Yeah, the deal was, I would take the 1 of 2 from Stojakovic. So Jabari Smith, only in the game because Saunders said, I'll go to the end of your bench. I'll find the last guy. I'll find the coldest guy. I'll find the guy who probably won't make 1 of 2. He brings in Jabari Smith. And Flip just got Jabari.
Yeah, he just basically gave the Kings an extra point.
There was also a personal foul on Garnett just to do the rest of the housekeeping, his 4th. You've got 6 seconds left in the period. And Stojakovic doesn't make the last shot of the period, but the Sacramento Kings have a 15-point lead with 12 minutes to go in the 6th game of the Western Conference semifinals.